Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Sis, I've said it all the time,
Yes.
and I'm picking it up.
Yes, my wife said it.
So-
It's amazing.
We apologize. We're a little bit behind today. We have some tech challenge. I'm not sure whether it's the rain, whether it's the internet, whether it's the technology. However,
Well, welcome
yes,
to the Savanh Family Show and happy Friday.
yes,
I hope you guys have had an amazing week. And if you have
Yes.
not, it's still not an end yet. You've got 2 more days to absolutely crush it.
yes,
Live your dreams and be present in the moment and be grateful.
yes.
Okay. So, hey, have you heard this before? Facts tell, stories sell. Let's really figure out how to apply storytelling into your business today. So, pretty amazing stuff, right?
Yes.
Facts tell, stories sell. So,
Yes.
and if this is your first time watching us, we just wanted to welcome you. My name is Savanh, my amazing, beautiful wife, my amazing business partner. She's
Yes.
pretty amazing, very intelligent. Right?
And I'm also the tech support person. So if you always look at me like looking down, looking left, looking right, it's because I want to make sure that the tech is working, because the microphone right there is rolling, but there's no sound, lighting that's going on. So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear us very well too. So
Yes.
anyway, so let's talk about the topic today, because for us, we're overachievers. Regardless of what happened, what are the challenges that we run into, we'll never stop going live to you.
Yes.
And we found all these tips and tricks that we can totally do. And again, if you're on an online journey, we will love you to be as resourceful as we are. And again, if you're running into challenge, just drop us a message and we will be able to help you out as much as we can.
So today's topic really is very, very important. If you are a business owner, not
Yes.
just online, if
Yes.
you're just a business owner in general, you really need to stay and listen to this,
Yes.
because facts tell, stories sell, right?
Yes.
So it does not matter what industry you're in, what price point, if you're online, offline, you're a business owner, and the disservice you do for your business is to stand there and bullet point all the facts. People don't care about the facts. They connect to a story.
Yes.
Okay, a compelling story that some of the if you look at even humanity, right? The best, really the most compelling story in humanity is the comeback story, right? This comeback story where you're knocked on your knees and you're able to get back up, something like that, or a story of success where you came from and where you're at and what you used to do that. So that's what we're going to share with you today, which is amazing. So you could be a laundromat, you could be somebody who's running a dry cleaner right now. You have a story to tell. So the ones who tell the best stories are the ones who are going to sell the most. Remember that, okay?
Yes.
The ones who tell the best stories.
Yes, and this is amazing because we have learned this from many masters. Again, we are good in sales by all means, because
Yes.
we have been going door to door selling all kind of products before, and we went to a lot of sales and negotiating courses too, and we actually run a sales company, sales training company before too. So selling is really not hard for us. However, we realized that selling through the online world and selling one-on-one is totally different.
Most definitely.
And there's a period of time that we were wondering, like, how can we really tell people how to do it? Because again, one-on-one is easy, but like one-to-many right now, just like what we're doing right now, it's really hard. So we were getting into this journey of trying to figure out how to really make it work. And one thing that Pengjun really tell us is, just like you said, if you tell the facts, people can disagree with your facts. However, people can choose to believe or not believe your story, but they cannot disagree with your story.
Most definitely. So we'll start here. We wanted to always create a community where you either are celebrating your wins or you are grateful for. So comment below, what are you grateful for?
Yes.
And what are you celebrating? Because a lot of times we are so hard on ourselves as people that we need to really stop and smell the roses, right? Stop and smell the roses. Be present. So share with us, what are you celebrating today? What are you grateful for? Even one word, waking up. It doesn't matter, right? When you start doing that, not just for us, sharing with us, but really for you. When you start doing things like that, you start moving into a phase or start creating a life where you're just starting to be more grateful. You're starting to be where you're celebrating more wins and you're in the moment, and you start move towards more of the appreciation stages of your life. And it's very, very important to do. It's a habit, right? It's just like a muscle. So
Yes. So for us today, we're very grateful that even though we run into a lot of tech challenge, we
Yes.
still manage to go online
Be here
and
to
talk
be
to
with
you.
you.
Yes, and it doesn't stop us from sharing with you what we learned from Pat Quinn on the three simple principles to master your storytelling.
Yes, and the topic is the 3-act play, right?
Yes.
And
Very powerful.
and so powerful that it's so simple too, right? So simple, and you can mix and match these act plays really any way you want. How it really fits your personality and how you're telling it, right? So
Yes.
so we're gonna give you 3 takeaways. And I'm gonna run through them, and then I'll use some examples. Okay,
Yes.
so use some examples. So the 3-act play is this. The first act, not necessarily the first act, but one of the acts. So because you can like I said, you can put one before the other. Really, one of the acts is the success, right? The success, and then the second act or the other act is the struggles, and then another act is the mechanism, right? The pivot, the thing you use. So I will use this as an example. Let's assume that I was telling a story. I will say something like, man, we are able to, launch our story or our business online nowadays where, we can launch, a product, service, information, a course in a matter of days, right? And then you can go, but it wasn't always that way. So now you move into the struggles, right? So you start out with the success of what you're doing, the results you're doing. Then you move into the struggle and say, but it wasn't always this way. There was such a huge gap between where we were to where we wanted to be. There was such a big learning curve, even though we were business owners for 16 years. But really learning this online business was just a huge struggle. Do you relate? So you're asking your client, your audience is listening. They're like, yeah, I can relate. Such a big, and then we went out and learned all these things. But then we just information overload. Everything was everywhere, and then we found this thing, right? The mechanism, right? Then we found out that really all you have to do is focus on these 5 areas that you can master and focus on. That really has allowed us to be here where we're at now, where we now are launching our products in a matter of days, right? So you go success, struggles. We're successful, and you can be too, but it wasn't always this way. And what we found was this, the mechanism, right? Or you could tell it the other way. You can start with a struggle. You can say, hey, gosh, it took us such a long time. It took us 6 months to really do our first webinar recording, where we were, trying to get the messaging right, the framework right, the slides right, the lighting right, the information right, everything, everything right, and then the audio right, the video right, and how we should look at all this stuff. It was such a struggle doing it, and here we are today because we have mastered these 5 areas or this storytelling that allows us to basically do a webinar in a matter of hours, and we do it the very first time, and we do it, and the mechanism is we go live, and these are the formats that we do for that. So you share the mechanism, right? So the 3-act play is a very simple framework, really a format that you can use for your business. Again, it doesn't matter what business you're in. You could be a dry cleaner, you could be a car dealership, and if you wanted to get on video or you want to write a copy, a sales letter or something like that to your clients, just follow the 3-act play, which is the success, the struggles, and then the mechanism, what you use to overcome the struggles, right?
Yes, I agree. And again, we have totally 2 different personalities. So I'm gonna tell you my examples, and the way you can either get it from him or get it from me, whichever way works, right? So for me, once upon a time, we have a big office. We have a 5,000 square feet office, and I realized that I was dragging myself up in the morning, putting my makeup on, putting a nice dress on, and then driving 45 minutes to my office, just to show up and show people that, hey, I am working, so you should too. And and then making sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, and then drive back home another 45 minutes, stuck in traffic, and then come home, put my makeup down, take my dress down, and then relax in my home. And I always have this feeling, this idea is like, man, I wish I can just do everything from my home, because the truth is I can just flip my computer on and I can just work from home. I don't know how I can do that. And then because of one incident that changes my whole life. And now I just open up my computer and I will be able to start working right away. Before, I have to do all these videos before. Literally every day, I just wear my pajamas, wake up. I do much more than what I would have done in the office. And now I, will be able to see what my people are working on without physically being there, sit next to them to ensure that they're doing what they're doing. Do you have that feeling? Have you done that before?
Yes.
If you do, then let me tell you what I have discovered. What I discovered is this virtual assistant framework that I have. Do you know that actually most company like Chase, Geico, insurance company, they all use virtual assistant. And do you know that there's, this application that you can use to track their time? Do you know that, you will be able to easily just hire them like this, and you do not need to have an office space. You do not need to buy them computers. You don't even need to worry about health insurance for them. However, the craziest part is they work so well and they're so appreciative.
Awesome.
So if you want to know more about this, give us a call and we'll be able to provide you the framework, the system on how to make it work.
Yes.
So that is
Simple.
how I would have done it for the 3-act play.
Yeah. So my baby started with the struggles, right? Getting up, and then to the successes of what she did with it, and then the mechanism, right? To deliver exactly how she overcame those struggles. So again, it's a very simple way. We all have what, a lot of people say, the superpowers, right? We all have superpowers within us. We all have everything, a greatness within us. And we all, a lot of the time know what to say, right? As entrepreneurs and business owners, but we just don't know how to structure it. Right. And the 3-act play, like I said, it's very simple. You can even start out with the mechanism first, right? You can start out with, hey, so this framework that I discovered because I struggled here and then it made me successful. It doesn't matter where you put which one you want to put first. It's all in your personality, and you can even play around with it. You can do this. You could, in the marketing world, right? In the funnel world, you can split test it, right? You can write 3 separate copies that start with the mechanism first, then success, then struggles. You can start with the success, struggles, and then mechanism, or struggles, success, and mechanism. It doesn't matter. But the key is just knowing those 3 things are so powerful. It was so simple. Now we can craft winning messages, right, to our audience very easily. And it's relatable. It's simple because storytelling allows your audience to really capture, gosh, I've been through that. Oh, you're going through that? I don't want to go through that. Does that make sense? That's it. Or if you just stood in the classroom, you've had a teacher, right, where you go in like, oh gosh, I'm going to Mrs. Jones's class again. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm pretty sure of it because she gets up. All right, class, opens a book. Let's look at these 5 points, and she's talking like this, and she's pointing things out, and she's not cold-polling engaging you into the conversation or the story, or asking you questions, or basically sharing with you a story that gets your mind going and walking through her life or your life that you went through the same exact thing as her, right? That's what storytelling does for you. So facts tell, stories sell. So if you want to sell whatever product, services, information you have, a physical product, you can have a brick and mortar store, learn how to tell stories about your company. Okay?
Yes. You wonder why you love to, Netflix binge, you can go through a whole series of drama. Because when you're in the story, you're in a trance. Regardless of how long or how short it is, you can't just stop it like when you're listening to facts. So again, if you want to master how to sell and how to sell it online, you have to master these 3 pillars. These 3 principles are master on storytelling so that you can get your message out to people without really forcing it through to them.
Yes, most likely. The success, the struggles, and then the mechanism, the pivot. So again, guys, if you like this, my brothers and sisters out there, my entrepreneurs in arms, if you guys like this, please hit the like button. As a matter of fact, hit it like now, as well as comment. If there's something that you do really, really well in terms of storytelling of your brand, your business, please share with us so that we can learn as well as we can share it with the world. And if you know that somebody who needs to see this, please share this video with them as well, and subscribe to our channel. This way, when we go live like this, technical issues or not, when we upload new videos and go live, you're going to be alerted every single time. And then there's a bunch of videos that we have in terms of any type of business, because again, it's about family, relationship, ourselves, personal growth, as well as business. This is what we share on our show here. So if you have not seen our previous videos, please go back and watch them. We're going to be uploading almost 300 videos by the end of this year. So we love you very, very much. And below, there are some links below that really will help you get to know us more, as well as learn more from us. Okay, so check them out. So we love you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you haven't ended it yet, and just keep on being happy and crushing it and being present. And we look forward to seeing you on the next series.
Sounds good. Bye-bye. See you on the next video.